How I would spend $750 as a beginner. You guys really seem to enjoy these videos. For those of you who haven't seen these videos before, if you're new here to the channel, basically what I'm going to be doing is giving you essentially a fragrance starter pack. So if you have no fragrances at all and you have a budget of $750, these are the fragrances that I would recommend you purchase with that amount of money. So this is cool for a lot of you starting out. Even if you don't want to drop $750 right away on a bunch of fragrances, this is something that you can kind of work at over time, and it kind of will show you which fragrances I think are worth purchasing if you are a beginner and you're starting off with building your collection. So today we're going to be talking about 11 different fragrances I think are worth picking up if you have a $750 budget. Couple things before we jump into the video though. First thing, let me know down in the comments which fragrances you would purchase if you're a beginner and if you're on somewhat of a budget. If you want to do $750 and come up with a bunch of fragrances, you can leave that comment down below or just pick a couple of them. Second thing is, if you're new here to the channel, make sure you hit that subscribe button down below. Also turn on post notifications and give this video a like. That ensures that these new videos are delivered directly to your phone so that you can watch them easily. Now, let's go and jump right into this video. I'm not putting these in any particular order. I'm just going to list them all off to you. The first fragrance that I would purchase would be Dior Sauvage. So we're getting this one out of the way right at the beginning of the video. This is the Eau de Toilette concentration, and this fragrance actually, believe it or not, comes in at around $55 or so for a 100 ml bottle. The price on this one has really gone down. I still remember picking up my first bottles, I was spending like an upwards of $80 for a 100 ml. So it's crazy how much more affordable this one has become now that we have the EDP and we have the parfum out. The good old Eau de Toilette is very affordable now, at least in comparison to what it was earlier on. So yeah, Dior Sauvage Eau de Toilette. Always recommend you have this one in your collection. It does get hate. People do like to talk down on it, but it is still a great scent. You can go with the Eau de Parfum. You can go with the Parfum. I haven't tried the Parfum yet, but I do have experience with the EDP. You could throw any of these in here, but I'm still sticking with the Eau de Toilette because it's the one that I personally own multiple bottles of, and it's one that is the cheapest. So if you want to spend a little bit more money on the newer ones, you can do that, but you won't be able to get as many fragrances if you're on a specific budget. So that's the first fragrance, Dior Sauvage Eau de Toilette, coming in at about $55. The second fragrance I would purchase on a budget of $750 is Amouage Reflection Man. So this is a niche fragrance, but it is a relatively affordable one. When I did my budget of $500, I included one niche fragrance in that video. And in this video, we're going to be including two of them. This is the first one, which comes in at around $120 for this 100 ml bottle size. So it is a little bit more expensive, but in terms of a niche fragrance, that's really not that bad. Very affordable compared to a lot of other niche fragrances out there that go for like, you know, $190 for a 50 ml bottle, which is half the size of this. They really get very expensive, but overall, Amouage is a pretty affordable niche fragrance house, and Reflection Man can be had for a fantastic price. This bottle is actually a tester bottle. It does come with the cap. It just comes in a plain white box instead of the fancy Amouage box, which you don't really need anyway. And yeah, it comes in at a really competitive price point for niche fragrances. And this one, in my opinion, is a must-have for your collection. It's a nice floral, soapy, citrusy, fresh fragrance for men. It's got a very upscale and formal smell to it. Perfect for, you know, work, perfect for dressed up events. Just a really nice scent, especially for spring and summer. This one just works great pretty much all year round. It could be a signature scent if you wanted to, but it's a really nice fragrance to have. Great quality, nice performance, something that is unique. You know, it's going to make you stand out more. Just a really nice scent overall, and a great niche fragrance for someone who is just starting out. The third fragrance I would purchase would be Viktor and Rolf Spice Bomb. So this one hasn't made it in any of my other videos on this type of, you know, in the series, just because this one is a little bit more expensive. This is like a 90 ml bottle. It's like a 3-ounce bottle, and it comes in at around $80. So this one is on the more expensive end of things in terms of designer fragrances, but in my opinion is 100% worth it. I personally haven't had much experience with Spice Bomb Extreme and Spice Bomb Night Vision. I have sampled them both, but I don't own bottles and I haven't really worn them all that much. The OG Spice Bomb is really the only one that I have a lot of experience with because I've worn it multiple times and I have a bottle. So this one is making it in the video. If you have tried the newer versions and you like them better, you can include that in this video instead. I'm sticking with this one just because I know this one the best. But really a great scent, especially for fall and winter. Again, a little bit more expensive, but because we have a little bit more of a budget we're working with today, I figured I would throw it in the video because it is a popular scent that a lot of people really like. And because it is more expensive, not as many people are typically going to be picking it up. So this will make you smell at least somewhat unique, even though it is still a popular scent. I don't think as many people are going to be wearing it as a lot of people may say. Fourth fragrance up is Jean Paul Gaultier Ultra Male. So this one of my personal favorites for the fall and for the winter. I love Ultra Male, love how it smells, love how strong it performs. This one does get hate on again, but I do think that this one has something unique about it and something just a little bit different. This one utilizes vanilla, cinnamon, pear, lavender in there as well. There's just really something that is special to me about this fragrance. Up next, we have Dolce Gabbana The One EDP. So I believe this fragrance has made it in all of these videos that I've done so far in the series. I think. I can't remember for sure. If not, I know it made it in my $500 one, and it's making it in this one. So the reason why is because this one is just so versatile. It's so easy to wear. It works for literally any situation, any season for the most part. Definitely more suited for the fall and winter, but can work all year round as like a signature scent if you wanted it to. This is kind of one of those jack of all trades fragrance, and it's just hard to find a situation that this one doesn't work for. This one comes in at $50 for a 100 ml bottle like this one. So very, very competitive. Some people still that may be out of their price range a little bit. I mean, if you have this budget, then probably not. But $50 may sound like a lot if you're somewhat new to the fragrance collecting hobby, but I can assure you it's really not. I mean, you get into multiple $100s for some higher end bottles, and this really seems like not very much. And again, it's not very much when you talk about how versatile it is and how you can wear it for any situation. You're 100% going to get your money's worth out of this one. And yeah, this is one that I recommend anyone to have in their collection, whether you're just starting out or not. This is a must-have. Definitely check this one out. Moving up next, we have Hugo Boss Reversed. So this one, again, coming in at $50 or so. So another competitively priced fragrance. I talked about this one a lot over the summer. I wore it a lot over the summer. This one was in a ton of videos. I really had a great time with this fragrance over the summer. It's a really nice, somewhat unique, fresh, citrusy fragrance, which I really enjoy. I love my fresh vetiver citrus fragrances, which this one is. I kind of compare this one to Roja Dove Elysium, just because they do kind of have that same like aromatic, citrusy, vetiver thing kind of going on. Not saying that they're clones, that this one is a clone of Elysium, because it's not. It has its own thing going on, but I do think it does kind of fit into that category. So if you're after kind of that Elysium type of smell and you don't want to spend the money on it, this can kind of get you somewhat close at a fraction of the price. Moving on to the next fragrance, we have Aqua de Joe Profumo. So this one hasn't made it in this series yet, just because this is another one that is more expensive, but I have been wanting to put this one in these videos, and now that we have more of a budget to work with today, definitely including it. So this one, kind of hard to say on the pricing. It's going to be all over depending on what fragrance discounters you look at, depending on if you're going off of the Facebook group prices, depending on even if you're going off of retail. The prices are going to be all over the board, so I'm just going to say this one comes in at around $85 for like the standard bottle size. Again, it could be a little bit higher, could be maybe a little bit lower even. I really don't know, so don't kill me too much on the pricing. I'm doing my best here to kind of ballpark it and average it out. You may have to spend a little bit more. Just kind of is what it is. I can't control the market. I can't control what these are priced at. So if you have to spend a little bit more, don't freak out too much. But Aqua de Joe Profumo is worth it at the price that it is sold at, in my personal opinion. I love this scent. I own like 5 bottles of it, I think, or something like that. I own quite a few bottles of it because I really do enjoy it. This is another one kind of like Dolce Gabbana, the one that just works for any situation, any time of the year. It just can work for anything. Another perfect signature scent. So if you only want to own a handful of fragrances to wear for anything, this could definitely be one of them. It just works. Basically takes that original Aqua de Joe DNA, but darkens it up a little bit, adds a smoky touch, and really, to me, makes it more appropriate for nighttime, more for evenings out, and more dressed up events. Moving up next, we have Yves Saint Laurent La Nuit de L'Homme. So this comes in at around $65 for the 100 ml bottle. So this is a 200 ml, so it's going to be about right up to here. This, yeah, basically this amount of fragrance. This looks to be pretty much right at 100 ml, right there on the middle of the atomizer tube. Yeah, so this is basically 100 ml in a 200 ml bottle. That's about what you're going to be getting from a 100 ml bottle of La Nuit de L'Homme. Again, $65. That's pretty competitive. It's not quite as cheap as Dolce Gabbana the One and Hugo Boss Reversed, but I mean the prices have really come down on this scent now that we have, you know, multiple flankers of both L'Homme and La Nuit de L'Homme, and now that we have the new La Nuit de L'Homme EDP out, which I haven't tried yet, I want to. Prices on the EDT, which is this one, are going to keep hopefully going down. Maybe it'll end up around the $50, $55 mark like Dior Sauvage did. That would be nice. Who really knows? But still is affordable and still is 100% worth the price. This one has gotten a lot of hype and a lot of talk for a reason. It's a fragrance that works, and it's a fragrance that people will continue to purchase because it works and because of how good it smells. So another one that you really should consider picking up if you're on a budget, and it's one that you really should have in your collection. Moving down to the end, we have 2 fragrances left. Up next here, we have CH Men, just the original. This one is coming in at around $50 for a 100 ml bottle like this. Now, this is the red ribbon bottle. This is going to be going for more than $100. So I'm talking about the new style packaging, the new CH Men. That's going to be going for around $50 or so. Just go for that one. Don't spend your time and your money trying to track down old bottles like this because it's not worth it in the long run. Just get the new stuff because it is still fine. It is still a great scent. It's still going to work. It's still going to give you the same type of feel. This is something different. Again, it's something unique. It's got this sugary, leathery, green type of smell that really can work great for just about all year round. If I had to pick, probably fall and spring is when I would wear this scent the most, but like I just mentioned, you can wear it really whenever and it's going to work great. Another really nice one to have, something a little bit unique, a little bit different if you want to change it up. You want to have something that kind of spices up your rotation a little bit. This one is fantastic for that. And finally, the last fragrance on this list, we have Mancera Cedrat Boisé. So this is the second niche fragrance in this video. I had this one in my $500 budget video just as the one niche fragrance, and it's making it back in this video. This one comes in at around $80 or so for a 120 ml bottle like this. So that's a fantastic price for a niche fragrance. Mancera and Amouage really dominate the market very well in terms of affordable niche fragrances. I mean, $80, I mean, there's a lot of designer fragrances that go for more than this one. Of course, that is retail price, and this is not retail price. Retail for these is like $160, so they still are more expensive at retail, but I mean, if you're talking about discounted and, you know, retail designer fragrances, this one beats them out. I mean, this even beats out Chanel fragrances, which is obviously a designer. You can't really get those discounted, so you have to pay the full price of over $100 for those. But nonetheless, Cedrat Boisé still is a fantastic scent. Another great niche fragrance to have on a budget, or if you're just starting out with collecting niche, nice scent to have. This one is very popular because it gets compared to Creed Aventus, and I don't really fully agree with that. It does have slight similarities in the opening, but after that it goes in a completely different direction. This one is more sweet, more woody. It's just different overall. I own Aventus, I own this. No, it's not redundant to own both because they just aren't similar enough to where that would make sense, but it's still a must-have, probably the best performing fragrance in this list. It just works great, and it's one that I really love having in the collection. And the final fragrance in this list, we have Aqua Atlantique. So this one comes in at like $40 for a 100 ml bottle like this. I talked about this one over the summer a lot as well. This one has very, very strong performance and is kind of an aquatic blue fragrance, but it does give it something different. It kind of has that unique aqua DNA from the Bulgari line, which is something that is unique, something different. Just add some ambroxan and some other notes like that over it to kind of make it fit in with those blue fragrances, but it does it differently and it does it really well in my opinion. Great performance, great versatility, one of my personal favorite blue fragrances, and yeah, another must-have. Also really affordable as well. So there you have it. That is 11 fragrances that I would personally buy if I had a budget of $750. Hopefully you guys enjoyed this video. Hopefully it helped some of you out. Again, let me know down in the comments which fragrances you would pick for this. And that's pretty much going to do it for this one. So as always, thank you for watching. Don't forget to like the video and subscribe. And that's going to do it, guys. Have a great rest of your night. I'll see you tomorrow. Peace out.